You think you have a growth mindset because you read the books, because you listen to the podcast, and because you tell yourself that you are always learning. But here's the brutal truth, and it's going to sting. You're still sitting in the same job. You're still making the same damn excuses. You're still living the same life that you were living 3 years ago. Your growth mindset, he says with air quotes, has become the most sophisticated prison you've ever built. Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Tracy Brinkmann, and if that just punched you in the gut, good. Because today we're talking about the growth mindset lie that is keeping brilliant people like you trapped in careers that are slowly suffocating their souls. I did a recent episode of my podcast called You Don't Have a Growth Mindset that absolutely exploded because it hit on something that nobody wants to admit. Most high achievers are just using personal development and self-help and all the books and seminars as a way to optimize their prison instead of a way to escape it. Let me tell you about Sarah, marketing director, MBA, six-figure salary, bookshelf full of every self-help book you could imagine. And by every single measure, she had a growth mindset. But after 5 years of growing, he says with air quotes, she was more trapped than ever. Here's what Sarah could not see and what you probably can't see either. She had three invisible fixed beliefs that were running her life in the background. You know, like a subsystem behind this, that quiet little app that's anyway, you know what I'm talking about. First, she believed responsible people do not quit high-paying, stable jobs to chase their dreams. Second, her worth was intrinsically tied to external validation, things like salaries, titles, other people's approval. And third, she believed wanting more somehow made her ungrateful or even selfish. These weren't conscious thoughts. They were operating systems that were running her mind. And every time Sarah felt that pull towards entrepreneurship, these three patterns would kick in with sophisticated arguments like, start being realistic. Sarah spent 5 years growing herself deeper and deeper into her prison. She got promoted. She increased her salary. She became more skilled at a job that was killing her spirit, all while telling herself, I'm evolving. The breakthrough came when she asked a single question. And I want you to ask it too. If I really have a growth mindset, why am I still here? That question changes everything, because real growth mindset isn't about becoming better at something you already are doing. It's about questioning whether what you are doing aligns with the person you're becoming, that you want to become. Here's a framework I teach. First, do an identity audit. Are you a marketing person who wants to start a business? Are you an entrepreneur who happens to work in marketing? The language that you tell yourself reveals everything. Second, become a should detective. Every time you say, I should be grateful, or I should wait until I have more experience, as you find those shoulds and you should all over yourself, you have found your invisible prison bars. These aren't wisdom, they're programming. And third, have a conversation with your future self. Imagine yourself 5 years from now living the life you actually want to live. And then ask that version of you, what fixed belief is keeping present me stuck where I am? And then listen. Okay. Look, the most dangerous fixed mindset isn't I can't change. It's I'm already changing enough. And if this video is hitting you where it hurts in the best possible way, of course, then you need to hear the full strategy. I break down the complete framework, share some more stories, and give you the exact tools to identify and dismantle these invisible patterns in the full podcast episode. The link will be in the description down below. Don't just watch this and move on. Actually watch and listen to the full episode and let it transform how you think about your growth. Stop growing yourself into a better prison. Start growing yourself into the person who builds a life with their own keys. The world doesn't need another person who's really good at staying comfortable. It needs you. It needs the real you. Click the link down below for the full episode, and remember, think successfully and take action.